everybody, welcome back. We're going to be doing a clearing on blocks to support. So it's blocks to receiving support rather than giving support. I thought I'd done it before, but apparently I haven't, or it's gone missing. A few videos have been strangely missing. So set your intention to receive the benefits of this clearing, ensuring that you're 100% open to receiving healing. Let's get focused on clearing this, shall we? Okay. Right, so clearing blocks to support, blocks to receiving support, no matter where it's from. 0 positive, as I would expect for a group clearing, 100 negative. And where are we with this? At incarnational level, right, rock bottom. So let's do a clearing. Let's get your high self teams to do a clearing, raising up to radiant love new paradigm level, and clearing the mother and father relationship to this. This is me on automatic speech, and for when I'm doing my own clearings here, and raising up to 100 positive down to 0 negative. So when I do my personal clearings, I always clear the mother and father relationship to the issue as well. So stuff that's learned through the mother and father relationship and inherited as well. So we're clearing the ancestral DNA. And support is something we all need, whether it's emotional, physical, spiritual, mental, etheric, whatever. We all need it. Financial support as well, this will cover. So clearing away any stifled energy. There's no real blocks in energy. We refer to them as blocks, but it's just energy that is stifled, so it's not flowing. So we just want to make sure that it's all flowing freely everywhere. Okay, hope you're all keeping well as well. Right, where are we going first for this one for everybody? Chart 6A, again, Master Programs, Discordant Energy. This is just a mini clearing for those that are new to the channel. A bit like a taster, really. So we've got a master program running of failure. Okay, let's just clear all that failure away, clearing past life and ancestral lines and roots to that one as well, at all levels of consciousness on chart 3. If I was doing personal clearings, then I would look at, is there a past life connection? Is there an ancestral connection? How many levels of consciousness would that be running at? Do I need to research that past life? Very, very rarely do I need to go into research of past lives now. We should be moving well away from past lives in this level of consciousness now. It's too much focus on what we did in other lifetimes. It's not really relevant. Occasionally it will come up because there's something that we need to understand or acknowledge from another lifetime that we lived that will benefit us now. But otherwise, yeah, we don't want to be focusing on that. We want to be living in the moment, but looking ahead, if you like, what do we want to create? What kind of life, what kind of world, what kind of atmosphere, environment do we want to create? That's what we should be focusing on now. Outside right, not what I got up to in another lifetime. Stinginess is coming up. Anything else? It's an interesting one to come up. Inside left, abandonment, always. It's always a block to abundance, abandonment, excess. Anything else? Let's just clear all of those master programs and discordant energy away, please, of those at all levels of consciousness, from past life, ancestral roots, other lifetimes, across all time, space and dimension, all the elevation, seeds, roots, branches, everything, everywhere, inside and outside of time. Welcome to all the new people that have joined this channel recently. The whole purpose of my channel really is to help you along your way, on your journey, your spiritual journey, clearing away anything that I can help you with. Answering any questions you might have, guiding you where I can with inspiration from those that work through me. helping you wherever I can. And apologies, there is a waiting list on my discovery calls at the moment of a few weeks, and also on the essential and basic packages. But the SRT packages, there's no waiting list on, so those are still coming in regularly, and I'm doing those. It's just that discovery calls and the one-to-ones online take up a lot more time. So there is a bit of a waiting list on those. I've been a bit swamped recently with it all, so my apologies if you're waiting. I will get to you eventually. But if you're interested in SRT packages, I don't do discovery calls for those, so you just need to purchase the package and let me know your details. Email me with what you want me to look at or you want the teams to decide. And usually within 7 working days, miasm of spirit we're clearing there, and pre-programmed spirit by God. And with 7, let's just clear those please, teams. With 7 working days of the payment received and the details, I will get the clearing done. Sometimes it's a lot sooner. It depends on my work schedule that week. So there's no delay to the SRT packages. There's no discovery calls with the SRT packages. And if you have any questions first, I have a frequently asked questions link on my website for SRT packages. If you go to the Work With Me page under SRT package, there's a download of frequently asked questions there, or you can email me at innertransformation3@gmail.com is probably the best one to get me at. Okay. Right, where are we going next? Sorry about that bit of marketing there, but it has to be done. Got to pay the bills like everybody else and help people out there. So, fall from grace, a belief of falling from grace. So let's just clear that from the fall of consciousness. So what the book says about that is grace is spontaneous redemption from having eaten of the forbidden tree. Spiritual leaders were chosen before creation began to teach souls the truth that they are spiritual beings and cannot be lost. And Jesus was one such person, of course. This whole system is based on the Old Testament and the New Testament, but it's based on the true spiritual meaning of the Bible. And it was devised by Robert E Detzler, who was originally a pastor in America. And he started getting these downloads. And then eventually he was having such a lot of success helping his congregation with his charts that the church got wind of it and asked him to choose. It was his healing system or the church, which is a bit sad, isn't it, really? But he chose the healing system, thank God. And then went out to teach it in the world, thank goodness, and has helped thousands and thousands of people by doing so. It can be very, very profound. I've had some profound results for people and for myself with this system. And sometimes some clearings we don't feel a thing, but it always works. So we've got blocks to our horizons are unlimited there. Some clearings we don't feel anything, but there are subtle differences. We don't react in quite the same way, or we notice something's changed, or we just feel a little bit lighter, or it is a bit like reducing the noise in the head, from a motorway down to a B road. It's like defragmenting the organic computer. It's a bit like that, really. Clearing away all the dross and all the programs that we don't need, programs that are obsolete, that are getting in the way, that are still running. And then other times you can have a really dramatic, tears can come out of nowhere, bodily reactions can come out of nowhere as well. We can take the lid off the cookie jar and all this anger underneath can come up. So It really is, and it's clearing layer by layer. It's not one clearing clears all. It's, we're complex beings in terms of consciousness. We're living other lifetimes at the same time as this one. It's a ever moving target, but it works. It's powerful. Even these mini clearings are powerful. Soul phases, okay. Let's clear all soul phases. We don't have to understand everything that comes up. Just know it's for your highest good. We're clearing away old stuff that's, it's programming at higher levels of consciousness as well. Things we wouldn't be aware of, even with our intuition. We wouldn't be aware of a lot of this stuff. So soul phases, what the book says, that in the beginning they were called hidden souls. Actually, they are but phases of the soul. If you're standing in front of a wall with dim lights behind you, you will see a number of shadows, but there's only one you. This is like the soul, where it sees itself as insubstantial or shadows of itself. This is an illusion, so we just have it cleared, which is what we're doing. And all this information can be found in Robert E Detzler's book, Soul Recreation and the Freedom Path, or from the SRA.org. All the details are in the description if you want more information. I don't teach people in this, but there are recommended teachers in the description there, or go to the Spiritual Response Association and find one that's near you if you prefer to learn in person. Chart 25 is Final Assurance. It's a very powerful system. It's worth training in. The basic and advanced is worth training in. What are we doing there? Clearing charts 10A through 32. Or, no, definitely applying chart 7. I'm going to go to chart 7. There. I have a feeling what it might be, but let's just see what comes up. Yep. So we're removing blocks to direct healing. So that's you blocking support for some reason. Quite often it's self-punishment, not deserving, feeling guilty for some reason at some level that you're still holding on to. Sometimes vows, contracts. I'm going to ask that any vows, contracts, oaths, promises, agreements are cleared with regard to blocking support. I'm also going to ask and command that any black magic that's blocking support is removed from you. Any curses that are removed from you, whether they're curses you put upon yourself, or vows to suffer, or vows of self-punishment, or from any other lifetime, any other person, group, whatever. I'm going to ask that they're all removed. Anything that's blocking support, whether it's financial, emotional, physical, spiritual, whatever, mental. Just going to ask that they're all removed from you as well. I'm going to also ask and command that any self-punishment that you have, any vows, any religious vows as well, to suffer, to struggle, to be a martyr, I'm going to ask that they're all removed from you as well right now, so that you get that support that you need. And some of you might notice a sensation with that as they're removed. Across all levels of consciousness, I'm going to ask Archangel Michael to come in as well and cut you away from any ties that are blocking your support on all levels of consciousness right now. Inside and outside of time. Any commitments you've made, any contracts, any sticky issues that are running where any of your energy bodies doesn't want to receive any support, I'm going to ask that those are cleared as well, so that you receive the support that you need. Across all of your energy bodies. I'm going to ask as well that your teams check hidden vows, hidden contracts, hidden oaths, promises, spells, anything that falls into that category, any hidden intentions that have been put upon you or you've put upon yourself, any hidden self-punishment, any hidden vows of struggling, religious vows of any kind to prevent yourself from receiving support of any kind, that they are all removed from you now as well. Don't normally go into such depth, but it feels appropriate. Right, okay. Is that done successfully? What percentage was that done successfully? Good. Right. Anything else before we go to Mop Up? Yeah. Chart 31, which is memory clearing. We're not wiping your memories or anything like that. We're just going to move some stuff that's stuck at high levels of consciousness. Archiprints. Anything else? So we're going to clear those archiprints through Godhead and Spirit. So archiprints are set up during the creative process and are involved in the first draft, 83 waves of expression, and the 2,600 pathways, which is your evolutionary pathway, really, quite often through the animal kingdom to get to where we are now. They contain both positive and negative factors and come in layers. So we're just asking for the clearing of all negative archiprints now and all levels. And the first draft is a bit like the first draft of a house. So the first draft is a complete list of the specifications for the one universe, which includes the preparation for the advent of new souls created in the image and likeness of God. The first draft contains all the elements of the divine plan, much like the specifications would be written for a house that is planned to be built. They were the specifications that were followed by created beings at the Godhead level when the spiritual realms were created. And the first draft for a one universe is beyond imagination. In the book of Revelation, the first draft is referred to as the bottomless pit, which is Revelations 9:1. Both Spirit and High Self state that the process of SRT and the book of Revelation are synonymous and signify the cleanup of the soul and the re-establishment of the soul's connection to its source, Spirit. So there you go. All that information is in Robert E Detzler's books. Right, anything else? Should we go to Mop Up? So let's go to Mop Up, which is where the bulk of the clearing takes place by your teams on the other side of life, using their 200 plus charts. And normally I read a very long list of instructions there and give an affirmation for them to work with, but we're just going to do a quick Mop Up for you. Really hope this helps for you. Just want to send you all lots of love as well, because I know it's a tricky time out in the world right now. It's very intense. The energy is super, super intense. And I just want to send you so much love. It's been a tough year for many people. Really tough year. But remember, it's always transitional. It's transformational, but it's transitional. You won't be stuck in the challenges that you're going through. Things will move. This too shall pass, as they say. Right, okay, are we done? Yeah. Where are we now? 100 positive, 0 negative. That feels lighter, so I hope you can feel it. And we're at Radiant Love New Paradigm level. Fabulous. There we go. All done for another week, and drink lots of water. Don't do more than 2 of these a day. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to drop them in the comments. If you want to work with me, details are all in the description. And see you on the next clearing. Sending love to you all. Bye, sweets.